Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought that we could do a different a different kind of weekly makeup basket was what I was trying to say. So I want to do a weekly makeup basket, but I thought we could do it while I'm actually applying the makeup. So if you want to see that and hear me talk about the products a little bit better, then just keep on watching. So first off, I am, as usual, looking pretty tired. But anyway, this week's new primer has been Lottie London Bow. Before anything else, Illuminating primer. So I'm just going to slap that on. And I usually just do this, and it's kind of a pink shade. I don't think it gives that much illuminating effect, but my skin is better now than it was before. I think it's all the hormones from the pregnancy, actually, to be honest. My pores are smaller, my skin is more glowing naturally, so as you can see, it doesn't give that much, but I've had it laying in my drawers for way too long. For foundation, or actually, I'm going to apply concealer first, and I've done this like 2 times last week, last week. This is the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer, and this is in the shade Fair Rose, so it's a bit too pink for me. But I'm going to apply it as a under eye concealer before I go in with my foundation. So I'm just going to blend that in. As I said, it has a rosy undertone, and I didn't realize that, and now I took too much. But maybe I thought yesterday when I used this that this did hide my dark under eyes quite a lot, actually. I have this concealer in Fair Beige as well, and I will be using that when the other concealers I have has run out. So now I look crazy. But my under eyes are quite... I don't have that much... what do you call it? Blueness left. And for my foundation, I'm going to use the L.A Girl Pro Matte HD Longwear Matte Foundation. Because I really like this, actually. It's the right shade for me, and I like the formula. It's cheap, so can't really complain about that. And I'm taking that same sponge and just blending that in. And this week I have been really, or last week I've been really good at using eyeshadows, actually. I use eyeshadows almost every day. So that's fun. I will talk a little bit better about it once I'm done with the base. So I can also update you on my health. I was at the doctor's last Wednesday, and because I was only on sick leave until yesterday, but he continued, or prolonged, or whatever you call it, so I'm on sick leave until I have my baby, due to the loose pelvis. I can't really walk, like, I can't take an hour walk, and I can't really walk up and down stairs without it really taking some time. So I'm actually quite happy that he did that for me because I can't really work with this pain. Although I'm missing my colleagues a bit. But I'm going there tomorrow to talk to my boss and leave her a sick note. And then hopefully I can meet someone that I work with. As you can see, the e.l.f. concealer is quite dry, but it hasn't kind of settled into my fine lines underneath my eyes, and that's a really bonus. As I said last week, I haven't taken this out yet. This is the Nip+Fab contour stick, and that's just because I really like it. And I mean, I have a lot left, so I want to continue using it actually until it is panned. It's a cream product, they go bad quite easily. So I'm going to continue using that, and because I'm using that, I'm not using any additional contour shade. If it's not like I'm going out or I want it more defined, but this is what I usually use, and as you can see, it's quite easy to blend. And now I'm using a brush, but I usually go over it with my wet beauty blender. Just to kind of tap that in a bit better and tap that upwards. Then it's time for my brows, and it is per usual the Dipbrow pomade from Anastasia. But I've also added a product that you will see. But this is my staple product, you know. Those who follow me know that by now. I have used this for a really long time, and mine is not empty yet. I have a lot left, although I use it every day. And I had mine for years. It's a bit dry, but I usually just put some skincare oil in it, and then it behaves a bit better. But you know, this I'm going to definitely repurchase once I'm out of this. This is my favorite brow product. Although I really want to color my eyebrows a bit more red. Now my hair really needs to be colored. I really need to color my roots red. It is my husband that does that for me, and we simply haven't had the time. So that's why it looks like this. Then I've actually been taking my Benefit Precisely My brow pencil in the shade 2.75. I don't know if this is available in Sweden because it's a new shade. And I just usually fill in the front part a little bit. And then I like to go over it with this spoolie. Also a really good product. Although I really like the NYX one as well, and the NYX one is cheaper, and I really like the Anastasia one as well. I think it's in the same price as this one. But I'm glad that they released 2.75 because it's more of a auburn shade than what they had before. They only had like browns and blondes and black, I think. So that's that. Then I'm actually going to sort out this a little bit. It looks a bit drying. I'm going to powder my face, and I've been using my number 7 loose powder. I actually don't have much left, so maybe in 2 weeks this will be gone. This foundation is matte, so I don't need to powder that much, but I'm going to anyway. I'm a habit person. I do it out of habit. Although I really don't need it with this foundation anyway. I can see that I look a bit dry. I should have used a moisturizer underneath all of this today. For my bronzer, bronzer, last week I used the Soap&Glory Solar Bronzer, Solar Powder. I want to hit pan on this. I don't have much left before I hit pan, I think. So I might keep this out for this week as well, but I'm not sure. But I just mixed those two colors together, and this is a really good bronzer for fair skin like mine. I've had mine for years, but it's not bad yet. But as I said, I really need to hit pan on it. Then moving on to blush. I took out 2 blush palettes this week, but I have mainly been using this. This is the Revolution blush palette in Blush Queen. It has a lot of like shimmery blushes, and it's gorgeous. So today I'm going to take this red one. It's not that pigmented, but it leaves a nice looking sheen on the cheek. I had forgotten about this. To be honest, I went back to look at my blush collection video and I saw this, and I noticed that it wasn't in my drawer. That's because I have like decluttered it from my everyday collection, or my collection that is where I'm sitting. I have a shelf up on my right where I have decluttered some nail polishes that will come back into my collection once I have more space in this room. And it was the same with this palette, but I picked it back out and I'm actually going to put it in my regular drawer because it's amazing. For highlight, I took out 2 as well. I took out the Kicks loose highlighter in rose gold, one of my favorites, but I thought it was, because I picked out the Revolution one, I really wanted to use an oldie for highlighter as well. This is the Becca X Jaclyn Hill collaboration palette. It looks like this. It has 3 blushes and 2 highlights. Now it has Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop, and Champagne Pop is too golden for me. No, Prosecco Pop is too golden for me. I don't know which one is which, but I have been using this one. It's a little bit too dark, but with a light hand I can make it work. But this, I think this will be going back to that decluttered thing. I don't regret buying this, but yeah, it was a bit unnecessary for me to own, since I am too fair for the highlights. I mean, you can clearly see it. It's now like a strike of highlight on my face. So I'm just going to blend it a bit better. The Becca highlights are good. You know I love the Becca highlights. I love the Becca blushes as well. But this palette was a bit unnecessary. Then for my setting spray this week, I've been using the Hard Candy Longwear setting spray, and I always apply that before I apply my eyeshadow. Just to get some moisture back to my face. For eyeshadow, I have been using a lot actually, and I filmed some videos, but I've used the Pixi by Petra glittery eyequad in Blue Pearl and in Gold Lava. Amazing. I used the shade from the Nip+Fab eyeshadow palette. I dove into the Juvias Tribe palette again. Amazing. I think I want to use that today. I did a look with the Spectral palette from Hallberg. I also used these two as blush one day. So a very versatile palette. I did a cool toned eye that will be up on my channel with two new H&M shadows. One is silver and one is dark grey. I used the Pixi by Petra, what are these called? Liquid fairy lights, right? In Pixi green. I used the highlighters from Nevin Cosmetics Starlight Fantasy palette on my inner corners. And I think I want to use that today as well, to be honest. And then I did 1 or 2 looks with the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. Just because I really love this palette, and I think I want to use that today with the Juvias Place palette and the highlights from this. So yeah, I've also actually been using the new Nabla Skin Glazing highlighters in Ozone and Privilege, and I'm actually going to keep one out for next week. So that has been the kind of eye makeup I've been using, and I've been really good at using eye makeup this week, last week, as you can see. So now I just need to get a little bit organized so we can do some looks. Today I want to do like a orange red look inspired by like a fall leaf. So let's do that. I know you must be a bit tired of me using the Jaclyn Hill palette by now, but I think it's such a great and versatile palette, if I'm honest, and it has such good pigment as well. I can honestly say it's one of my favorite palettes, to be honest, for fall. I think I mentioned that before. Just going to clean my brushes a little bit. I need to deep clean them soon. But let's get into the eyes. I'm going to start out with the Tribe palette and use the shade Oromo, which is that orange shade, on a flat brush in the outer corners and in my crease. This is also one of my favorite fall palettes. I forgot to mention lips, but I will come to that because I've only been using one this week, and it's still here, so I'm going to put that on for this look actually. Or I used some for some videos, but the one I've actually been wearing outside of my home I can mention. Then I'm going to take a red shade from the Morphe palette. I'm going to take that one. It's one of my favorite shades from this palette. And I'm just going to darken this up in the outer corners a bit, and also put it in my crease. So is it fall where you live? I mean, have the leaves changed colors? I think it was really cold this morning here, but I don't know because I didn't go outside today yet. And to be honest, I don't think I am going to go outside today. After I'm done filming this, I'm going to edit it and put it up for you. It's Monday now and it's going up today now. And then I'm going to try to study some math. But I'm stuck. Taking a clean fluffy brush, I'm just going to blend the edges. Then I'm going back to the Tribe palette and I'm going to take the orange shade Curla. It's a shimmer shade. And take that on half of my lid. You can obviously spray this. Now I did get some fallout because I didn't spray it, but it is such a nice color. And I'm actually going to go in with a deeper one in the outer corners because this wasn't deep enough. But first I'm going to go into that other shimmer shade in this palette, which is the Chaga, which is that one. It's a more greeny, goldy shade. Also on a flat brush. And press that on the rest of the lid, and now I'm having some fallout, but so you might want to spray this or do your base after you've done yours. I'm tapping the brush off though, but sometimes this happens. It's not a big deal. We can probably get rid of that quite easily. This shade, I mean, it doesn't look like much, to be honest, but it actually performs amazing on the lid. I think this shade is amazing. I mean, look at that color. Oof, I have some in my eye. Going back to the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to take that that darker red there, and put that in my outer corners. Just to kind of get a darker outer corner. I took the shimmers a little bit too far up here, but I'm actually going to go over that with the first orange color we used. From the Tribe palette. The Jaclyn Hill palette also contains oranges, so you can definitely just do this look with one palette if you want to. I wanted to use both, obviously. Going into my under eyes, I am taking that dark red shade to begin with, and then I'm going to blend it out with the orange shade from the Tribe palette. It is my friend Elin that wanted me to do a fall leaf inspired makeup look. But now you have to suffer me talking about my weekly makeup basket before I actually put on the makeup, but I think you will survive it. I need to find a brush. Where is it? My brush is not so dirty that I miss it. It's supposed to be white, but I know it's more blue now. It's a morphe brush. I mean, come on, where are you? Do this. It's this one. It's flimsy, so it's good for kind of like the details up here. But I'm also going to take that orange shade with it under my eyes, the matte one. To kind of blend. I usually film these on Sundays, but yesterday my husband worked in our kitchen the whole day, and yeah, it made a lot of noises. There we go. For my inner corner highlight, I'm going to use the Nevin Cosmetics Starlight Fantasy Palette, and I'm going to use this Fairy Dust. It's a green highlight. This brand is unfortunately not available anymore, but I like this palette, so I'm going to continue using it. If you have a duochrome green and you want that in your inner corner, then just take that instead. Then I'm just going to add my mascara, and this week it has been the Lash Princess Mascara from Essence, and then we can talk about the lips. So, for lips this week that I've actually worn almost every day outside, it's the NYX Candy Slick Glowy Lip Color in single serving. Now I have just like done this. You can get it a little bit more opaque, but it's more of a gloss color, but it dries quite matte, so my lips are a bit dry actually, but I absolutely love it. This is the finished look for this day, and with using the makeup that I've used last week. Let me see if you can see the eyes. Stunning. So this was this week's weekly makeup basket. Thank you for watching this. Please don't forget to subscribe, and please don't forget to comment on this video what you have been using the last week. And until I make another one, you guys please take care. Bye.